All right, here we are on campus, and I've been getting to partner up with this guy. You guys have heard from him before, Josh Barilla.
What's up, guys?
Just for those who don't know what you do, tell them.
Yeah, I am the FCA San Marcos area rep. So basically all FCA ministry that happens in San Marcos at San Alejo, San Marcos High School, Mission Hills, Woodland Park, any other coach or athlete related FCA huddle I'm a part of, or helping put volunteers in place, or just having that ministry ongoing. Whether it's on campus or off campus.
Yeah, so it's been awesome to see how God's been using this ministry here on junior high campus, our high school campuses here in the San Marcos area. And I was particularly intrigued by last week. We've had like 40, 50 kids showing up every single week.
For both lunches.
Yeah, for both
two
lunches.
Like over 100 kids.
And I asked them, I'm like, how many of you guys know what FCA means? And and they're like, what? It's Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And we make it clear, you don't have to be either athlete or a Christian. We're just glad you're here, and we're going to tell you about Jesus. And so remember we talked about the fact that that recent stat that says only 1 out of 3 Christian Gen Z actually believe that Jesus is alive and active in the world today. And so we were just going around, right, and asking the kids, like, hey, do you guys see Jesus is active? You just celebrated Easter. You said he's alive. What's he doing? So there, some were sharing about healings that had happened. Some were sharing about, I didn't hurt myself when I was skating. Small things, big things. But it just really grabbed my heart for where our young people are at. And how important it is that you and I dedicate ourselves, whether you're doing FCA, whether you're a pastor, whether you're a parent, whether you're a teacher, whether you're just, doing your thing. We really have to give everything we've got for this next generation, because the enemy's going after it. So what can we do, just as people that are watching this Thursday Thoughts, how can we pray? Because I'd really like to challenge us to pray at noon in June, just for like 5 minutes. What if we just did that, made a commitment? All the kids are streaming out here right now. So before we get taken over, Josh, what are some ways that we can pray from what you've seen?
I think I love that. Set an alarm for noon and spend some time in prayer over our community and this next generation. I think big prayer requests. I think there's a lot of distractions, a lot of anxieties, and a lot of just feelings and thoughts circling around. They have so much being thrown at them at this age. I mean, I don't remember being, whatever they are, 10 years old and being so stressed about what life's like, what the world's like, or anything like that. And so I think just prayer for them and just peace. And I guess, I don't know how I'm trying to say it right now because I'm distracted by the millions of kids walking around me. But I think a huge way that we could be praying for this community is that they would just be able to find hope. And I think Jesus is our greatest hope, and that's why we do what we do, and why we're out here at a lunchtime on a Tuesday afternoon, is because we want these kids to find hope and see hope, and that's what they're looking for. They're hungry for hope. They're hungry for something else meaningful, something that they can find important in this life. And so I think we should just be praying that they can find hope, whether that's through FCA, through a church, through their teacher, through their parents, whatever it is. They are looking for hope, and this world needs hope.
Yeah, and I think, remember last week what we wound up talking about was, apart from praying for miracles, best way we can show Gen Z that Jesus is living and active is by how we love each other. They'll know we're Christians by our love. And so we just challenge the youth, and Josh and I just want to challenge you guys, ask for a heart for this generation. I don't know about you, Josh, but when I come on here, I just feel the Lord's heart as actually, I've just heard recently the suicide rates are higher than ever before for this generation. All the cumulative effect of the last 2 years of isolation and insulation is starting to catch up with them, and we're seeing the outcome of that. And so I would say that's a great place to start. Let us know in the comments below. At noon in June, just join us for 5 minutes. Stop whatever you're doing. Pray for the youth that you know, for the next generation. Ask God how you can specifically be that hands and feet of love to this generation. Show them Jesus is alive. He's living and he's active, and he loves this generation. And I think, Josh, I don't know about you, but I feel like with all the stuff being aimed at this generation, it's actually a setup from the Lord for an awakening. For that Jesus movement that we saw with our parents' generation, I believe God's going to use this generation to do one again.
And we know prayer changes things. I mean, that whether it's a change of our own heart or it's an actual miracle. We're actually seeing something do. So prayer changes things. Don't lose hope of that. Don't lose that tool that we have to battle the enemy.
Yeah.
To expand the kingdom. I mean, it's prayer. That's our main weapon that we get to use. And, noon in June. Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. Thanks. Hey. Bye, you guys.